I think, our relations. The roots of these relations are deep. Our history binds us together, both the good and the bad chapters.
The state banquet for German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier at Windsor Castle in December 2025 was a high-stakes diplomatic event, marking the first German state visit to the UK in nearly 3 decades. King Charles III toasted the enduring friendship, publicly decrying Russian aggression alongside Germany and pledging unwavering support for Ukraine. An undercurrent of tension accompanied the opulence of the evening. The seating arrangement was particularly notable. Princess Catherine, the Princess of Wales, was seated directly next to President Steinmeier, a highly prominent position usually reserved for senior or diplomatically crucial royals. Queen Camilla was seated further down the table, a move that sparked quiet murmurs among attendees. Catherine's debut of the rare Indian circlet tiara underscored her importance. The true drama unfolded when President Steinmeier gave his speech. Delivered in flawless English, he praised the king, but then caused a stir by addressing Catherine as Queen Catherine and thanking her for her efforts in strengthening the partnership between the nations while omitting a direct mention of Camilla. This diplomatic slip, or faux pas, was seen as more than an error. It inadvertently highlighted the monarchy's evolving structure and Catherine's rising influence amid King Charles's recent health concerns and a drive for modernization. Her central role in the state visit, underscored by her high public approval ratings, 75% in recent polls, signaled her increasing prominence as a stabilizing force within the British monarchy. The state banquet for German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier at Windsor Castle in December 2025 was a high-stakes diplomatic event that ignited global speculation, largely due to media coverage and the UK's post-Brexit strategy of strengthening European ties. The visit, the first by a German president in 27 years, emphasized unity against external threats and followed state visits from France and the US. The meticulous seating arrangement was a focal point of the evening. Princess Catherine, the Princess of Wales, was intentionally seated in the position of honor directly beside President Steinmeier, a highly unconventional placement that reflected her growing diplomatic stature and her new expanded role in the royal household's executive framework. The pivotal moment occurred during President Steinmeier's address. While praising King Charles and the historic partnership, the seasoned diplomat turned and referred to Catherine as Queen Catherine, thanking her for strengthening ties between the two nations and wishing her success in her new role. The room of over 100 dignitaries, including the Prime Minister, held its breath. The slip, which instantly caused #QueenCatherine to trend worldwide, was compounded by the glaring omission of Queen Camilla, who was seated further away and maintained composure despite the slight. This was widely interpreted as more than a mere linguistic faux pas. Given Catherine's prominent role, including her welcoming of the couple and earlier diplomatic engagements in Germany, her seating near Steinmeier was a deliberate strategic choice by the palace. Analysts believe the incident inadvertently revealed a deeper shift within the monarchy. Catherine's rising influence, often seen as a stabilizing force amid the king's health concerns and succession discussions, was now publicly affirmed. Her favorability surging to 68% in recent polls underscored this ascent, marking the state visit as a significant turning point in the monarchy's modernization efforts. The state banquet for German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier at Windsor Castle in December 2025 was a high-stakes diplomatic event, underscoring the UK's deepened post-Brexit partnership with Germany, marked by £150 billion in annual trade and joint efforts against Russian aggression and for green energy. King Charles, in his welcoming address, pledged joint efforts, building on his first overseas state visit to Germany in 2023. The key architect of this renewed partnership was Princess Catherine. Her background, rising from a middle-class university graduate to a diplomatic powerhouse, was pivotal. She had actively championed UK-German collaborations on early years programs, child development, and green tech, actions Steinmeier likely referenced.
The most dramatic element was her seating. She was intentionally placed beside the president, a visible elevation that reflected her growing diplomatic stature and confirmed her as a key architect of the alliance. This placement followed a pattern seen with other heads of state, signaling her increased prominence. The drama culminated during Steinmeier's speech when he referred to her as Queen Catherine and wished her success in her new role. This gaffe, which instantly trended, was viewed as an unintentional revelation of deeper palace shifts. The omission of Queen Camilla, who was seated further away, magnified the incident. Analysts concluded that the new role referred to Catherine's integration into the monarchy's executive management, taking on advisory positions akin to a board member in a corporate entity. With her popularity high, 55% favorable among Europeans, and rumors of Charles's scaled-back schedule, Catherine's prominence marked a generational shift and a calculated ascent to quasi-queenly influence, reinforcing alliances despite the stir caused by the speech. The state banquet for German President Frank-Walter Steinmeier in Windsor Castle in December 2025 was a high-stakes diplomatic event underscoring the UK-German alliance against Russian aggression. Monarch King Charles pledged joint efforts against Russian aggression, building on his first overseas state visit as monarch. The drama centered on the shifting royal hierarchy, largely driven by King Charles's health issues and Princess Catherine's calculating ascent to diplomatic prominence. Catherine was intentionally seated beside Steinmeier, a highly visible position reflecting her status as a key architect of the alliance built through her active initiatives in UK-German relations, such as child development and green tech. The pivotal moment arrived during Steinmeier's address when he referred to her as Queen Catherine and wished her success in her new role. This tending gaffe, seen as revealing deeper palace shifts, especially due to the glaring omission of Queen Camilla. Queen Camilla's role, though one of quiet support and long-standing public service, 43% public approval, appeared secondary that evening. Despite wearing historic jewels, her seating several places away from the president and the lack of mention in the speech cast a subtle spotlight on her potential step back. Experts speculate that, amid the monarchy's modernization and Charles's health concerns, Catherine is preparing for queen consort duties earlier than expected, a status supported by her soaring popularity, 71% favorability, which significantly outpaced both Charles and Queen Camilla. The omission of Camilla's praise, despite her history and service, spotlighted her position. Experts speculate that, at age 78, Camilla may transition away from frontline diplomatic duties towards advisory or mentorship roles, facilitating a smoother generational handover. Overall, the reaction was supportive of Catherine's rise, hailed by monarchists as a sign of fresh vitality, and by progressives as a triumph for women in leadership. This global shift not only strengthened UK-German bonds, but also signaled that Catherine's new prominence is a precursor to a revitalized monarchy that balances heritage with contemporary global appeal.